Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to cover the different methods and strategies you can use in order to free your debt. Let's get straight into it. So as you see here, we have day 17 stream rolling through your debt. This is part of a bigger course that I usually offer, but I'm going to give you this piece of information absolutely free, and you're going to see a lot more in this series. So here we will focus on the actual payments we need to make. So there are two methods which you can use to pay off your debts. The first is the avalanche method. This is the method where you start by paying off the debt that charges the most amount of interest first and work your way down. The next method is the snowball method. This method is where you start paying off the smallest debt while making the minimum payments on your other debts. When you pay off a single debt, you reallocate the free funds to paying off the next debt, which will be slightly higher. Now, there is another method that you could potentially use, but it's not ideal in today's day and age, and that's using the envelope system where you draw out cash and keep them in envelopes and pay for your expenses. This will help you track your expenses, and it creates the feeling that money is literally leaving your hands when you are making these concise decisions about what do you pay when. It's kind of like a psychological trick on you because you feel like you're giving your money away. Now, I'm going to show you an example of each of these methods. So here we have our income and expense tracker. And let's say, for example, you earning a salary of 50,000 Rand a month. No, it's extremely high, guys, but just for the purpose of this video, right? Now, here we have the total balance, your repayment, and your interest rate. Now, if you are using the avalanche method, what you try to do is you try to pay more towards these two debts right here because they have the highest interest rate. So you want to try and bring down this capital balance that you have of 100,000 Rand by paying extra. So instead of paying 6,000 Rand, you'd end up paying 6,500 or 6,700 or 7,000 if you can afford to. And once you freed this off, you'd start paying off extra towards this debt right here, and so on. Just remember, guys, this method is extremely tedious, and it can feel like you're not accomplishing or achieving anything because the debt is so high, the interest is so high, and it's so difficult to pay off this balance. And this is why most people opt for the snowball method, right? And now what the snowball method is, instead of paying extra towards these debts here with the highest interest rate, you go to the lowest installment that you have, right? So you make all these minimum payments, you ensure that that's paid, you ensure your minimum payments are met, and what you try and do here is you try and free off the smallest balance. So instead of paying the 30 Rand proposed installment, what you're going to want to try and do is pay the 500 Rand, right? And whatever money you save after having paid this account, you start allocating it to the next debt, which would be this debt right here. This has been one of the most effective ways to free off people's debts, and it's been proven time and time again. Dave Ramsey was the one that actually came up with this idea of using the snowball method in order to free off a person's debt. Now, it also gives you the sense that you've accomplished something. When you free off one account, you know you've broken free of this account, and now you can focus on the rest and free off your entire debt, right? So what you do then is you take whatever you're saving from not to pay this clothing account here, you take that extra money and you put it towards this clothing account here and try and bring it down, and so on until you free off your entire debt, which is absolutely amazing. Now, in terms of the envelope system and the envelope method, it's extremely difficult to use in today's life because who can actually afford to take out all this cash from the bank, and who can actually not lose it and actually keep it, right? It's so difficult. We tend to lose things, and you know, here in South Africa, it's not the safest of places. So it may not be a viable solution for you. But if you were to use the envelope system, what you would do is you draw out all this money, right? Put it into envelopes and physically deposit and pay these accounts. Now, keep in mind, it is a lot of admin and a lot of work. And if you prefer use the snowball method. It's extremely powerful, and it really does give you a sense of accomplishment and achievement, and it will work better for you. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe so that you get notified as soon as the latest video is out. We're going to be posting a lot more in the future, so stay tuned guys.